Star Wars is now 40 years old.
I find 99 objects that do 99...
But a bitch ain't one.
Welcome to Fat Man Batman. I'm Kevin Smith.
I'm Mark Bernard.
Okay, so Star Trek Discovery is happening whether you want it to or not.
What is the sonic power Black Canary uses called in the comic book?
Canary cry?
Correct!
This episode of the Geekcast is brought to you by Jinx.com. To get 10% off of your entire shopping cart, use the promo code QUITSTALLING_366 at checkout. If you want some Dota shirts, some Witcher 3 shirts, some Blizzard shirts, whether you love Hearthstone because the Witchwood is out, whether you love Legion because World of Warcraft is the best game ever, or Overwatch, which is also the best game ever. Retribution is hot right now. Head on over to Jinx.com, use the promo code QUITSTALLING_366 at checkout to get 10% off of all your gamer and geek swag. Once again, when you check out, use the promo code QUITSTALLING_366 at checkout. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I am in my pajamas right now. I'm in my loungewear, as Uniqlo would call it, because it's 7 a.m. right now. Jeez, it's 7 a.m. I haven't slept. And for very good reasons. This is all happening for very good reasons. But you know what? The show isn't always about me. But, I am your host. My name is Herald. That is my real name. That is a not God-given name. A parental unit given name. They decided to name me this. And it's unique. I thank them for it. With me today, I've got my co-host. My number two. Actually, in my heart, Juancho, you're number one. Yes, that is the man, the myth, the support main, making his 28th appearance on the Quit Stalling Geekcast. It's Juancho Saldana. How you doing, Juancho?
What's up? Well, they don't call me Juancho for nothing, right?
Oh,
number one in your heart.
All right.
But sorry, was there something wrong with my mic?
No, you're right. You're
All right. So my bad, Harold. I know it's my fault. You're not getting any sleep. To be fair, I think we could have done the show way earlier, since you were awake to play Overwatch like a couple of hours ago.
I didn't think about that.
Like I scheduled it as late as I could before like my girlfriend gets back home and we probably do stuff. And I scheduled it as late as I could so that you wouldn't have to wake up too early. But you ended up being awake.
Next time let's do a range. Let's do a range of time that we're free, and then we'll work on it from there. Yeah, that sounds
true.
I think
My
that'll
bad,
work better.
miscommunication, but hey, at least we're doing a show this week,
Exactly, and it's a great show.
Yeah, but been doing a lot of stuff of this past week. As you can see, I'm not in my normal place.
You are not.
Yes, I'm in San Francisco right now for a month. So I literally just had to move again.
Dude.
Like carry like a bunch of stuff, check into this B&B and
like Steve
move
Rogers,
again.
man. Just like Steve Rogers, you're a nomad. You're a nomad. Yeah.
But yeah, I've been doing a lot of things.
That's awesome. We'll get to that in just a second. I want to welcome everyone officially to the Quit Stalling Geekcast. This is episode 63. This is a weekly show that attempts to stay true to the material that we have in front of us. But after 7 seasons, we're gonna veer off course. We're gonna start hiring different cast members, and then we might get recasted because we refuse to take a pay cut. Yeah, that's how this goes. That's 7 seasons.
Was that your weird way of saying I might be replaced, Harold? Is that what
we
you're
are
saying?
all
Recast?
expendable, Juancho. That's my way of saying not even I am safe from myself.
Well, to be fair, you're in 2 shows. You could use a replacement.
I wouldn't complain. We could always use more shows.
Man. Working too hard. Oh, that's true. That is true.
Yeah, man. Like Mick is always Mick from Game Bite is always on about like, oh, Harold, we should have another podcast. Have you ever considered a non-content podcast? He says that every time. He says that every
What
Game
the hell?
Bite
What the hell is a non-content podcast? What do you talk
He just
about?
wants to talk. He just wants to hear himself talk. Is what I'm getting from that.
Well, you guys always have like some ideas, but we never really push through them. Like the movie night one where we just watch a movie.
I still want to do that though. I still want to do that.
I watched some of that wizard thing you linked me to.
Hello from the Magic Tavern.
Yeah, and it made me think. Why can't we do a podcast where we're just playing D&D? Like stuff like that.
Yeah,
which is being done actually.
it's being done a lot. So we'll you know what? My idea for that is we'll like kind of like Hello from the Magic Tavern. We add like a lot of improv to it, less strict and less structured, and just a lot of goofing around. I think we can figure something out.
Yeah. Well, those are future shows. Right now we have to concentrate on this show.
Yeah, this show has a lot of stuff to talk about today. So we'll get to that as well in just a second. But I want to get to the point that we were talking about a few seconds ago, which is, Juancho, man, what have you been up to since the last show?
Oh, a lot of things. Well, my girlfriend is in town. Like, she's in the U.S., so she's staying here in San Francisco. So you just know I have to be here too in San Francisco since I actually don't have a job yet. That means my living arrangements are flexible. Yes, that's another way of saying I am homeless. Well, no, technically, I'm living in an Airbnb that we're half paying for, so technically, I don't know.
No, you're paying for it, so technically you have a home.
Well, it's not my home that we're staying in. Does that make you homeless?
No, of course not. You have a roof over your head. You are in a comfy living position.
But don't worry, I wasn't trying to be depressing. Because it's been good. Like, we've been going around San Francisco. We got here Saturday this week. Awesome. Saturday night. I took the bus, dude. It was crazy.
That was I saw your tweet. It was a 13-hour bus ride?
Yes, and it got delayed. And I missed my next bus. So it ended up becoming 20 hours. Almost.
Oh, not again!
I know, it's so stupid. It's like I could have just booked a normal plane ride, but I was like, man, what am I gonna do anyway? Might as well save some money, take the bus, and then like Las Vegas to San Francisco is a cool route. It's coastal. Yeah. So I'm like, I'm gonna see some sights and all that. And
did you?
Ooh, man, I did. It was pretty, but oh god, it was so tiring. So I got here San Francisco, and then just had literally one night of rest. Then the next day we went out. Like the next 3 days we went out straight, like, do touristy things before she actually starts work.
Yeah.
And because of that, I am pooped, and yesterday we had to take a break because I was kind of getting sick,
Oh no.
Yeah,
I got sick too.
My throat is itchy and my nose is stuffy.
That's a cold.
But
yeah.
It's a good thing I don't sound sick, do I?
No, not at all. You sound like your normal, wonderful self, and I'm glad you managed to, stay healthy.
I mean, we gotta do the show, man. Like, it's been a good week from Quit Stalling, for Quit Stalling, from what I've heard.
Oh, yeah.
And that leads us to what you've been up to this week.
Oh, thanks for asking, Juancho. That's really sweet of you. So we did have the Quit Stalling Hearthstone Fireside Gathering. Let me bring up some photos if I can. We had our first ever Fireside Gathering, and it was a blast, man. I called you in for that one. I kept to my promise of calling you in.
You did.
And it was right before you left, right? Right before you left for San Francisco?
Yes, it was.
That's awesome.
Still packing or something? Yeah.
Man, okay, yeah, so it was great. It happened on a Saturday afternoon. We had the turnout that we were hoping to get. We had like around 13, 14 people show up. Aside from the people aside from our friends and me and Diego and Mick. So we had like 13 people who came there to attend. and it was super fun. Trying to
So
look for
basically,
the
13
photos.
people who didn't have to attended.
Yes, 13 people who had no obligation to show up showed up to have some fun, and it was great. Like we had some
That's
trivia.
cool. That's cool.
Yeah, we had some trivia. We had a mini tournament that happened, and people won some prizes, and yeah, everyone went home happy. One guy, his gamer tag is Riptide, did not win a single game in the tournament because it was sort of like a round robin style. He did not win a single game. He ended up taking home the grand prize in the raffle, which was 70 Hearthstone card packs.
What?
Yeah. So all the bad luck kind of piled up, and then it ended up propelling him forward to win the grand prize.
That's crazy. Well, at least then literally no one went home unhappy then.
Exactly. Yeah, it was
That's
great.
good.
I can't wait to have more. And everyone was saying, the people who've gone to other fireside gatherings were saying like this is one of the best ones they've been to, because usually what happens is you go there, you go to a fireside gathering locally, you sit down, and then you just play Hearthstone, like the minimal. And I mean, you have interaction, of course. You talk to the guy next to you, you talk to the people around you. But this is like, this we did what we tried to do when we do Quit Stalling stuff, is we try to kick it up to the next level and, make it an event, make it something special.
I saw you guys had a banner and everything. I was like, geez, this is legit.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of legit, one sec. I gotta show you something. One sec.
All right. Now I'm alone in the podcast. Thanks, Harold.
All right, so
There we go.
we made our own. Well, I had these made. We made our own commemorative first Hearthstone fireside gathering Hearthstone cards with our Discord QR code.
Okay.
Yeah, so with an actual card back and everything.
wow.
So everyone who attended got one of these.
That's cool. And that's a link to the Quit Stalling Discord?
Yeah, so they can join the community.
Sick.
Yeah, it's super awesome. And
How
yeah,
often do you guys plan to keep doing that?
we have no idea, but it was super fun. I think minimum would be once every launch of a new expansion for Hearthstone. So that's 4 times a year. That's minimum. And then maybe we could do smaller ones every month.
Okay, yeah, that seems hella fun, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, you should work on the next Overwatch Open first.
Oh,
That's something.
yes, yes, Juancho, yes. We're definitely gonna be working on that very soon. Very soon. You double posted our post to Streamers Philippines. I just wanted to point that out.
Oh, really? Oh, crap.
Yeah, they might think we're spamming. You might want to take it that real quick.
Let me take that out.
Yeah. But yeah. Aside from that, I've been working a lot on upcoming things for Quit Stalling. A couple of partnerships that we've been asked to help flesh out between Quit Stalling and other organizations. So yeah, fingers crossed that things go well for us in the coming weeks, and they go as well as the past week has gone for us. Game Bite just hit its 50th episode, so we kind of had that. It was fun. We had a mini celebration. It's your golden. Yeah, it's our golden episode. It was great. It was great. It was nothing like the Geekcast 50th episode, but I'm not comparing. Yeah. Wait, were you able to make it to the 50th?
I don't think. What? Wait, how many total episodes have you done for the Geekcast?
For the Geekcast, officially 50, unofficially, how many letters are there in the alphabet? Wait. There are 26 letters in the alphabet. We've done about 76 or so episodes, in total.
Wow, so Game Bite isn't far behind. I thought we were hella ahead.
No, it's all the breaks that had to be taken. the short hiatus when I was looking for you, my chosen one, my chosen co-host, like GameBite caught up. It was like GameBite is like months behind, but it caught up.
Well,
Yeah.
They're still like, well, if you guys do like a 24-hour stream, then it'd be equal.
I hope not. I don't think I could do a 24-hour stream. That'd be crazy. That'd be so crazy. All right, so enough about me, Juancho. The chat is a little quiet today because we're streaming at an odd hour. So we're not gonna ask anyone what they've been up to. But if you're watching us right now and you're a little shy, we're live on Twitch right now, twitch.tv/Quit Stalling. Tell us what you've been up to in the chat. And of course, if you're listening to the audio only podcast, or if you're watching the VOD, you can tune into us live, twitch.tv/Quit Stalling. Our schedule is on our Twitch page. Check that out. But yeah, aside from that, man, like I think we have a lot to talk about in terms of the world of geekdom and nerdity. I don't know what else to call it.
I'm sure that's right.
Thank you. See that. Find yourself a man who will back you up like Juancho backs me up. All right, let's get to it.
Let's go.
Let me kick this down a notch and kick this up a notch.
Yes, I see. Good news, everyone!
It's the news, and it's brought to us by, of course, GameBite. Check out the 50th anniversary episode, or 50th episode, over on YouTube and on Twitch, and also by the Game Ako podcast. Me and Diego Z will be guesting on the Game Ako podcast tomorrow, 4 p.m. Philippine Standard Time, live. So check that out. It's going to be on facebook.com/Game Ako podcast, I think, or just tune in to twitch.tv/Quit Stalling. We're going to auto-host that, and it's going to be great. It's going to be good.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, man, I'm excited.
So does that mean we're going to get guests from them, too?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, exactly. We are. So tomorrow we're going to be talking about BlizzCon and, why people celebrate BlizzCon and what BlizzCon is all about, because apparently, according to them, some people view BlizzCon as just like a cash grab for Blizzard, and I think it's anything but, because if you hear the stories of employees from Blizzard, they kind of dread BlizzCon because they have to not only do their work during the week, but on the weekends they have to pull overtime and attend to the things that happen at BlizzCon.
Huh. Yeah, I can imagine like the amount of stuff they reveal at BlizzCon, people have to work on that. It's not easy to make CG cutscene animation things.
Yeah. It is not. Yeah, so looking forward to that. We're guesting on Game Ako tomorrow afternoon, 4 p.m. Check that out, guys. But yeah, man, Juancho, so much happening. First things first, let's start off with a classic, in my opinion. Something from our childhood. Mulan! Well, not exactly.
Szechuan sauce? We can talk about that again?
We might as well. I want me some Szechuan sauce. Have you had Szechuan sauce there? Since
oh, yeah, dude. I have. It's not that good.
Oh, really? The McDonald's Szechuan sauce isn't that good?
Yeah, the McDonald's Szechuan sauce isn't that good.
Oh, Justin,
what
did you do?
That, and then I had the barbecue sauce, and I just ended up eating with the barbecue sauce.
Oh, man, Justin Roiland, what did you do? So it's free flowing now. Like they're just having anyone able to get it.
Yeah, it's you just order it, but there's no crazy graphics on it. It's just McDonald's Szechuan sauce. There's no Rick and Morty. There's no actual Mulan on it. It's just Szechuan sauce.
Yeah, I want to try it. Like, regardless, I still want to try it. The hype is in me now. No, we do not have it here. It's ridiculous. Or I just haven't tried. I'll try it later. After the show, I'm going to try.
When was the last time you ate McDonald's?
Last night, but I totally forgot to check out the chicken nuggets.
Yeah, they probably. I think they have it. I think they do.
Oh, man.
Well, let us know.
Yeah, I'll let you guys know during the next show. All right. Speaking of Mulan specifically, first we heard that they were going to make changes to the script in terms of the musicality of the live action movie. So for those of you who don't know, we're gonna get a live-action Mulan movie from Disney, and they've already casted Shang, they've casted Mulan, and turns out it's not gonna have any of the music that made the cartoon movie what it is. A special place in our hearts with all that music. 98 Degrees, and what's her name? The Filipina singer that sang "When Will My Reflection Show." What's her name? Miss Saigon.
I have no idea.
Dang it, Juancho. Singing voice Mulan. Lea Salonga. Gosh dang it. Lea Salonga.
Right.
Yeah. So, not only are they not having musicals, and we're not gonna get a live-action version of We Are Man.
Aren't they gonna do it now?
Turns out they are not.
Really?
So, in other script changes, Juancho, that is not, that is probably the most devastating thing. But other things to help you get even more devastated. Shan Yu might not be the big bad, or he might have a co-big bad in the movie in the form of a quote-unquote powerful witch. So,
Okay.
not this guy. We may or may not get this guy, Shan Yu. This guy right here. But we're going to get Gong Li, who's mighty fine for a 51-year-old.
She's 51. She is a witch.
She's a witch.
She bathes in virgin blood or something. She does not look 51.
Not at all. It's a Asian blood that we're not privy to. Yeah, so there's going to be another villain, or the details aren't exactly specific yet, but she is going to be playing a powerful witch, quote unquote. And it adds to a long an ever-growing list of changes that they're making to the Mulan movie. I just found out after reading this that they're also casting a sister. Wait, no, not this isn't a sister. This is still Gong Li if you're watching the video feed. But they're giving Mulan a sister in the movie. So like I'm so confused, man. Like what's happening? What are they doing?
Well, they can't just make a shoot for shoot same movie. Am I still here?
Yeah,
Am I there?
your video is gone, but you're still, you know what? In my heart, you're still here. I know they can't do a shot for shot, but you know what? I would pay for a shot for shot recreation in live action. Like, the fascination of people who want to see a live action version of these movies isn't because we want to change. You know what I mean? Like.
No, yeah, I get you. It's
real people.
It's all about like reintroducing something that was important to us to the newer generation.
Yes.
And I guess if you're making something else, it's not exactly what you had as a kid. Showing it to like what I imagine, I'll show it to my kid. It's not gonna be the exact same thing.
Yeah,
I'll probably just still show him the old Mulan then.
Exactly, because you're gonna have that situation where you're like, oh, you know what? In the original, this was better. Like, you just show them the original then. Like, why
And
screw
God,
with our?
Actually, I would kill for a man worth fighting for live action. Just make a music video, just that part. Then everything else can be boring.
Yes,
you can have the witch.
Or you know what, if they don't give it to us in the actual movie, if they don't change, if they remain stubborn, give it to us in like a Blu-ray extra. A girl worth fighting for, and freaking be a man. And let's get down to business. Just give us those two. I don't care. Like, we don't need the reflection song. We can get 98 Degrees back. What's Nick Lachey doing now? Yeah, like
if you think about it too, doesn't it go against what the whole principle or the moral of Mulan?
Like, never change who you are.
No, I mean like having the main villain as a woman. Isn't it like one of the morals of the old Mulan was a woman could do whatever a man could do?
That's so
So
true.
if it's just another woman beating another woman, it's not as big as Mulan beating Genghis Khan.
Yeah,
it doesn't have the same impact.
That's so true, and like they make that point in the Disney cartoon movie, because you have that like advisor to the emperor who's such a pain, and he belittles her because she's a woman.
Yeah, and so this might be just an entirely different movie. Might as well not call it Mulan.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. I'm getting upset. Let's talk about other Disney properties. Juancho.
Oh, wait, 1 second.
Oh, what's up?
Fun fact: when you said Lea Salonga, I was like, wait, that sounds familiar. No. I mean, like, besides the fact she's like a popular person, did you know she actually went to the same school as her?
Oh, which one?
OB Montessori. She went to OB.
You went to OB? My brother went to OB.
Dude. Me and
Small
Nick.
world.
That's how. Me and Nick went to OB, and that's how we first bonded.
Small world. What is?
And
up?
yeah, I remember like she'd always be like part of the like one of the popular who's who in OB because like Lea Salonga used to go to the school, you know. Just popped in my head.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome. All right. Oh, well. OB connection. All right. Disney properties.
Next time on Quit Stalling, we're gonna have Lea Salonga.
Yeah, you know, Tita Lea. You can hook that up, right? With Tita Lea. Tita Lea, how was your role in Mulan shaped by your life experiences? Like we get oh my gosh. All right. From China to outer space, Juancho, we've got a new trailer for Solo, a Star Wars story. Run us through this. What's happening, man?
It's basically they actually show the first time he sees Lando and Chewie. That's basically what this trailer is, and I guess
so it's our worst fears. They're cramming everything into one movie.
I mean, what else can they do? I mean, all they have to do is do the Kessel Run, right? That's all they have to do in this movie.
No, please don't. I want it to stay a myth. You know, I want it to be like that thing that people will always refer to, and you just keep blowing it up in your mind more and more. I don't want to see it. I want to see it.
We barely talked about the trailer yet, and you're already being really negative about the movie.
I know. I have high hopes for the movie because people don't. It's just I know what I want from Star Wars. Just give me Disney. Just give me what I want.
Young Luke, Disney, young Luke. But
Yes.
anyway, like the trailer is actually really good. I mean, it shows Lando Calrissian, and he looks really, really cool.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It's just nice to see Lando because he wasn't in the newer trilogies, you know.
Yeah.
At least they're showing him some love.
Exactly. I wonder what's up with Lando in the most recent trilogy. You know, like, what's he doing now? Is he like a governor still? Like, is he back to a life of crime? You know, did he fall back in his old ways like Han did? Like, what happened?
I think you can only. I think in the galaxy, at any certain period of time, there can only be one black person.
I knew you were gonna go there. The second you said, "Oh my God."
It's not. Don't blame me. Blame the movies. We only had one Mace Windu, one
Finn
Lando, and
is
one
Finn.
Finn.
The only one? Did we not see someone else?
I'm not sure. Honestly,
oh my gosh!
But, I mean, like,
true?
if it doesn't come to mind and it's only all you can think of is Finn, it's probably because it's only just Finn.
Oh my God, that's so bad.
So maybe when Finn dies, you know, maybe Lando can come back.
That's so bad. Yeah, we've been through this. You really don't like Finn. Man. How's Pacific Rim Uprising? Did you get to watch it yet?
Dude, we talked about it last.
Oh,
episode.
right. Yeah. It was just more of that.
I think Player One.
Yeah. Man, we gotta watch it. It's a fun flick.
We're still talking about the Solo trailer.
Oh, right. Going back to
I mean, they also like
Solo.
a cool thing is you get to see how old Chewie is in the trailer.
Like they directly reference that, right? Like he's like 100 years old.
Yeah, it makes sense because he was alive during the Clone Wars and everything, right? He had like a little cameo there. And one thing people really caught in the trailer is like Chewie's hugging someone goodbye, right?
Oh, seriously? Let me scroll
Yeah.
for that. Where is that? Is that like a
within the
start?
trailer? Like he's hugging someone goodbye, and like people are theorizing that it's either his wife or his son, which he does have in canon. He has a wife and kid, thanks to the Star Wars Christmas special.
The Christmas special never happened.
No, that thing's canon, buddy.
No, no.
And that could be like one of them. This could be like the key to re-entering the Christmas special.
The holiday special. God no. Yeah, but yeah.
He does hug someone. So
yeah.
So
interesting. I didn't pick that up.
just something I saw off different forums. I was trying to look for like some crazy theory, and like that's the closest thing I could find. Like who Chewie's hugging. That's the biggest conspiracy for this.
Yeah.
Because we all know what he's going to do. We all know who he's going to do it with. We even know how fast he's going to do it. So, no mystery there.
Less than 12 parsecs. The thing is, I'm curious. What they could have timed this perfectly for May the 4th. Like this could have been like a good movie to just. Why wait till the 25th? You know, like what? Are they trying to avoid the whole Infinity War like overlap? Is that you think? Is that what's happening?
Wait, when is this coming out?
May 25.
When is Infinity War? April 25, something like that,
12
right?
days. Yeah. 12
Yeah.
days.
Yeah. I mean, they don't want to compete with themselves, right? And Star Wars and Marvel are probably their biggest selling movies, so.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true. Yeah, so a lot to look forward to with Star Wars.
I was kind of surprised, actually. It's showing really soon. You expect it around November, right? That's the normal release date for Star Wars things.
Yeah, that's true.
I wonder why they're even showing it this soon.
That's interesting. Yeah, that's a good point.
Like, the release date was announced in the trailer. It was like it came out of left field for me. It surprised me. Like, did you know it was 25?
No, I didn't, but I knew it was going to be soon. So, yeah, let's get it over with. Fingers crossed that it's good. Alden Ehrenreich seems confident. Donald Glover seems all right. Like the one last gripe I have is when you hear Donald Glover as Lando, and he doesn't have a smooth, sexy voice.
You don't get that till you're older.
Oh my god! Yeah,
right now
he
he's
probably
probably
smoked
still
a lot
a
of death
teenager,
sticks.
you know.
Yeah, Lando probably smoked a lot of death sticks on his way to the freaking Bespin gas mines. Would you like to buy some death sticks? All right. In other Disney-related news, real quick, I want to run through these. Jessica Jones gets renewed for a third season. Wait, do I have a yay? We'll do this real quick. All right, that's enough. Jessica Jones gets a third season. The second season was kind of disappointing for me, but people love it. Kristen Ritter says she's enjoying the role, and I think she's really good in the role. So yeah, more the merrier. And
that's what I've heard actually. That the second season isn't that good.
Yeah.
But all I've watched is The Defenders, and she was she's probably my second favorite Defender.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Because there's only 4 of them, and Daredevil's hella cool. So.
But in the Defenders, you get the immortal Iron Fist, sworn protector of Kunlun. Sworn enemy of the hand. I forgot the line, but yeah, like it's frustrating. No, and it's because they knocked it out of the park with that first season. They wrecked it. Like it was so good, and then it was always gonna be hard to top that first season, and they almost went Iron Fist this second season, and I'm glad they didn't. It was salvageable.
How so? How could it be more like Iron Fist?
was sappy. It was family related in a cheesy way. You know, it wasn't like Matt Murdock style, like, oh, I didn't have parents growing up. Like, it was, because that's how Jessica was. You know, she didn't have parents and all of that, and you find out more about her backstory, and it's just, it's frustrating. The way they do it is a little frustrating. But you know what? Season 3, I have high hopes for season 3. All right. TV shows online, Juancho, like The Defenders, like Jessica Jones, have been increasingly more popular nowadays and more lucrative. And none have been as unheralded, but at the same time hot as Amazon's Lord of the Rings not TV, I guess Lord of the Rings show. And we got a couple of details from Hollywood Reporter about the upcoming Lord of the Rings TV series, quote unquote TV series, that Amazon is producing. And you know, turns out they kind of sniped this away from Netflix. They outbid Netflix for the rights to this show.
Wow. I didn't even know it was up for bid.
I know, right? And that's a lot of money. So Jeff Bezos really shelved out a lot of money for this. A bunch of the details regarding the deal is, you know, first things first, Amazon has guaranteed that they're giving us 5 seasons of this Lord of the Rings show. And in the contract, it says it must begin production in the next 2 years, which is, wow. You know, they got to do this now, because if they don't in the next 2 years, the estate of J.R.R. Tolkien have the right to ship it off to someone else.
Actually, do you know the real reason why it has to be in production within 2 years?
Oh, is there a real reason?
Yeah.
Oh, what's
Game
the
of
real
Thrones
reason?
is ending next year. Something has to fill the gap.
That's genius.
I mean, you know, when you think of Game of Thrones, it's like, oh, it's Lord of the Rings, but more serious. So when Game of Thrones is over, you go like, man, what should I watch? Oh, maybe this new thing in this internet thing that's kind of like Game of Thrones, but less serious, maybe. Who knows? Heck, maybe it'll be serious Lord of the Rings.
No, but that's a great point. You know, a vacuum will be left in the wake of Game of Thrones, and Lord of the Rings will be ripe for the picking. Just swoop
the
in there.
timing is too crazy, you know?
Yeah,
They
everyone's
could have
gonna
done
want
this
more.
show like since while Game of Thrones has been showing. I mean, Lord of the Rings is such an old, what do you call that? Old
Franchise?
intellectual property.
Yeah, and it's beloved. It has some of the most hardcore fans.
Yeah, and the only thing you have to worry about is maybe these hardcore fans are watching something else right now.
Yeah, like Game of Thrones. But yeah, so according to the Hollywood Reporter, you know, whether Peter Jackson is involved in the show as an executive producer is up to Peter Jackson. So he has the choice to get involved in this. So it might be good, because in the deal itself, Amazon is also permitted to use the material from the films, the New Line Cinema films, the Peter Jackson films. So I don't know what that means for the timeline, though. I'm hoping the show is like. No, go for it.
So what I've heard, it's not confirmed that they're just reshooting Lord of the Rings, right? That's not
we
what
have
they're
no
doing.
idea what the story is going to be.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping, you know, we joked about it on the show before. Are we going to get young Gandalf? So stupid. I forgot who said it. It was so dumb, but
one of us did. Yeah, I remember.
It might have been Jay, actually, because I remember Jay laughing about that really hard. You know, when it comes to this, I just hope it's a supplement, because especially if they're going to use material from the films, yes, great. Tie it all together and give us a supplement instead of fighting for our emotions and, you know, kind of ruining our beloved movies. Because if you rewrite the history and try and one up the movies, then it's only a recipe for disaster in one way or another.
I mean, like, best case scenario, you you did okay, and then the fans are happy with it. Worst case scenario is you just ruined one of the most beloved pieces of film and literature of all time, you know? So
Yeah. Yeah.
doing a supplement is actually a really good idea.
Yeah. And
I mean,
it's not,
the whole
it's not
world
cheap,
building
man.
is always good.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. World building, especially in Middle Earth, you have your pick of the litter on what you want to write about and show. So yeah, it's gonna be an expensive waste of money if they don't do this right. You know, apparently after you cast people, you know, when you include producers and visual effects and all of that, the series is already expected to cost north of $1 billion for a show, man. That's like
like 1/4 of that was just trying to get the rights.
oh my god, that's so true.
So if you spent that much just getting the rights, might as well, you know, do it right.
Exactly. Like Game of Thrones, man. Like, how much did they spend on that Battle of the Bastards? Like, they spent a lot of money on that one episode.
Oh, fun fact, actually.
Ooh,
I forgot to put this in the notes. They just spent 55 nights, I believe, filming the next big fight scene
Oh my god.
in Game of Thrones. So if Battle of the Bastards impressed you, I'm excited to see this next fight scene.
Oh, I can't wait.
Quick
Five nights,
fact.
man. That's 2 months. That's 2 months. A lot of time. Oh my gosh. I'm excited.
No, but yeah, I can't imagine. How much does it take to make Game of Thrones season? You know,
Must be a lot. And if it's anything like other TV shows, they have a budget per episode. You're not allowed to say, okay, all our budget goes into this one episode. Like, oh, actually, you know what? They might do it differently because it's Game of Thrones. You know?
no. In Game of Thrones, that's what they do. They like one episode's gonna be really, really expensive.
Yeah.
So that's why in some episodes they're just gonna have like a bunch of talking scenes.
And
Or
those
one
are the
episode has to
episodes
be
we,
shorter because the next episode is hella long.
And yeah, those are usually the talky episodes are usually the ones that have a lot of boobs, right? Like, oh, let's offset the boringness with boobs. You know,
Yeah.
Hodor. All right. Let's see. In specifically movie news, Juancho, something no one saw coming. We're getting a Hobbs and Shaw movie. All right.
Oh,
And
why?
a lot of people, Juancho, when I said that statement, have no freaking clue what we're talking about. Okay. And I want people to see this image. If you're watching the video feed, this is what we're talking about. So Hobbs refers to
that the lore of Fast and Furious is so dense that you can have like a little spin-off movie about Fast and Furious, about cars. It's crazy.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's pretty much what Tokyo Drift was, right? It was a spin-off movie.
And, you know, these two guys, they're not even like original main cast people, you know? These were people that were added later in the movie, but I guess that's why they're gonna show, you know, like maybe that's why they need a spin-off to catch them up to other people. I can't fucking describe it. It's
Yeah.
I tried to justify.
Yeah, like just for people who have no idea. Hobbs is Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's character in the Fast and Furious, and Shaw is the character of Jason Statham, the transporter. And these two, Hobbs and Shaw, are getting their own spin-off Fast and Furious movie set to release July 26, 2019. Yes! Our long international nightmare is over. We're finally getting the movie we all deserve. Hobbs and Shaw. My God. We can't get young Luke, but we're getting a freaking Hobbs and Shaw movie?
Well, at least they got the Deadpool 2 director too, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, again, I don't want to knock on Jason Statham and The Rock because they're both likable people. They're both very likable people. They're hardworking. But come on, man. Who wanted this?
Oh, you know who I think isn't gonna be showing in this movie? Ludacris,
Oh, really?
right? Was it Ludacris or Tyrese? The Tyrese.
It was
guy.
Tyrese.
The one-
Like,
Tyrese.
he had a fight with
Yeah,
The Rock.
It was like fighting with The Rock, and man, he must be like hella pissed that he's getting his own movie.
I think that's part of why Tyrese is pissed is because one, they pushed back the shooting schedule for the Fast and the Furious sequel to, I think it was supposed to be 9. I've lost track of how many there are. And Tyrese was pissed because he's like, I have a family to feed. Well, Tyrese, you better learn to live within your means. All right, if you are getting paid millions to say 4 lines per movie, Tyrese. All right. Just
Hey, buddy. Foie gras is expensive. And if he wants to put foie gras on the table, he needs that Fast and Furious monies. Okay? He can't be living life without that foie gras. And shiz. And lobster tail?
oh my god. Are we doing this? It's hilarious.
It's just weird for an actor to say that he needs to put food on the table.
Yeah.
I mean, they do.
Right?
But not big budget actors normally don't have that problem.
Exactly. And this guy gets like a buy every time there's a Fast and Furious movie now. Like, he's pretty much locked in to star in it, right? Like, what kind of an a-hole do you have to be to say, oh my god, I can't feed my kids if I don't do a movie this year? Like, shit, man, you're making so much money. What are you spending it on? I hate to be like this because I know acting isn't easy. I know it's hard to get into the business, but how unappreciative do you have to be? Like, come on, man. And like, The Rock injected such life into the Fast and Furious franchise. Like, the least you can do is not call him out. Let's just look for other acting gigs, Tyrese. Jeez.
No, yeah, I feel like they could not make 8 movies until they put The Rock, like, I think he was put in 4 or something, like in the middle,
Yeah.
and then they were like, oh man, this guy's so good that we can make more movies. Like, I feel like The Rock was a big factor. I mean, a movie is only as good sometimes as its villain, and The Rock was a great villain that one time.
He's like an anti-hero, right? Like, yeah.
He was so
you're
good
right.
that they had to bring him back and make him a good guy.
Oh man, yeah. So Calvin is disappointed. He lost his partner. All right, moving on.
Wait. Since we talked about Jason Statham, can we talk about the next trailer?
Oh,
Another
go
trailer
for it.
that came out this week.
Go for it.
Have you heard of The Meg?
I have not. I saw this in the notes. I'm excited. What is the Meg, Juancho?
All right, so The Meg is short for Megalodon. A Megalodon is just a giant freaking shark.
I'm in.
So we're getting a movie about a giant shark starring Jason Statham.
I'm in. Give me this movie.
Oh
my god! Holy crap! I'm gonna play this. This is giving me chills. What the hell is this?
Dude, watch the trailer. It's really well made. It's like really high budget.
This is so freaky.
It's not the cheesy Sharknado stuff, you know?
Yeah.
I'm so excited for this movie because I actually, when I went to the Emerald City Comic Con, I went to one of the panels and they were talking about this. They were talking about Meg, and I'm like, wait, is this real? I went to I think it was a publishing company, and they were talking about writing a comic book series that leads to the movie called Meg, and I'm like, I wonder what's the big deal about Meg, like the girl? But no, it's about a giant shark. So
it's
like when you watch it, it's like watching Jaws, but then it also has the feel of Jurassic Park because Meg is like an extinct creature, right? Yeah, it's just monster movie stuff, man. But this time it's a shark, and I freaking love shark movies. Like the last good one we had was The Cove, I think. And this one is just going to be a shark and a monster movie, so I am hyped. It has Jason Statham, and the guy from The Office, Dwight.
Yeah, it has Rainn
Rainn
friggin' Wilson.
As the geeky guy, so, and he fits that.
Oh my god, this looks so cheesy. I'm in. I'm sold. We're gonna watch this.
Dude, look
This
at
is
that.
one of the.
That scene.
This is one of the movies we're gonna watch, Juancho. All right, this is one of the ones we're gonna do movie night for. I'm sold. I'm freaking sold. Look, the tagline is "Chomp." What?
Rainn Wilson.
Oh my god, the tagline is "Chomp."
It's just like, you know, it's gonna be a fun movie. It has nothing. It has nothing. It really has nothing. It has to live up to. You know, I mean, it's like there's no other big budget megalodon movie, so it's like a new IP. And then it's gonna lead to future cheesy things. Megalon 2, The Revenge. You know?
Oh my
Stuff like
gosh. That's insane, watch. Oh my gosh. I want this. I want this now, dude. Fudge. When is this out, Juancho? When is this out?
August 10, 2018.
We have to wait till August 10?
I'll just be glad it's coming out this year.
Okay, that's a long time. It's a long time, man. I gotta wait a long time for this.
I mean, this was the first trailer.
I know. I want it now. It's Deep Blue Sea meets freaking
Jurassic Park.
megalodons. Yeah,
It's Jurassic Park.
It's the Indominus Rex of the deep blue ocean. It's good. Okay, I want this. I didn't know I wanted it until you showed me, Juancho. Shoot.
That's why we have the show.
Yes, exactly.
I mean, it looks really well made too. It's not gonna be cheesy because it has Jason Statham, and you know it's gonna be action because he's in there.
I want it. I don't know what else to say. All right. In other news, let's talk more news, Juancho. We got to get some more news. We got a lot to talk about. Are you familiar with Jack Gyllenhaal?
Yes. Yes, I am.
Brother to one Maggie Gyllenhaal. He's been rumored to be the next Batman after Batfleck. And real quick, you know, he's gone out and said no. The exact quote from his interview with CNA Lifestyle is, "Wow, that's a very difficult question. The answer to that is no. So no, Jake Gyllenhaal will not be our next Batman." What are your thoughts, man? Do you think he would have made a good Batman?
It's funny. I actually just read an article this week about that. Not about Jake Gyllenhaal, but about the Batman character in the movie, like the role of Batman, how it's supposed to be such a big thing, but it is destroying Ben Affleck, and it's come to a point to that who would want to even put on that cowl anymore? It's like in the DC EU, DC it's the DC EU, right?
No. Extended universe. Yeah. That's right.
Yeah. So in the DC universe, it's like it's just a sinking ship right now, and Batman is the captain.
Man.
And
he
Ben
was
Affleck,
so invested
before
in it.
Before this, he was doing well. He was like actually winning some awards, and he was directing some good movies. But now he's starting to become that joke again, just like that other superhero movie he did. It's starting to become that joke. He's a meme again, you know. So, and then after they talked about that in the article, they're talking about who would even want to put on the cowl now. You know, the ship is sinking. So you're gonna helm that. Like no A-lister in their right mind would take on the cowl right now. Anyway.
Yeah. Don't give it to an A-lister then. Give it to a fresh face. Give it to someone.
But it's Batman too. Like the thing is, it's Batman. Like it's so iconic. Like you remember almost everyone who's ever played this character. So you want an A-lister in it. But then, yeah, you'll be remembered. But then right now, it's not a good time to be Batman.
If only Kevin Conroy was younger. Like, man, his voice, man. Like when I read the comics after watching the animated series, I'd read the comics in his voice.
Oh yeah, dude.
He was the
too,
Batman we grew
That's how
up
I
with,
imagine.
right? More than Val Kilmer, more than George Clooney. Who else did we grow up with? Like, he was our Batman.
Yeah. Remember we talked about this. Who is the #1 Batman? Then I pulled that out, the animated Batman.
Yeah. My God, and they made good movies as well. They made those those TV movies, and really good too. Yeah.
But I think Ben Affleck is stuck with the role because no one is going to take it.
Unfortunately, and I hope he finds it in himself to keep going. Because honestly, the more he was Batman, the more I enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it in Batman v Superman, kinda. Back then when he was like, before all the hate.
Yeah.
When he had his heart in it, and whenever he talked about like when he's going to direct his own movie, star and direct his own movie, he still had that glint in his eye where he was excited and not
all the
crushed
criticism has
by the
killed
corporate
him.
monsters. That is, I forget who owns DC. Warner Brothers.
Yeah, Warner Brothers. It's so true. So true. I don't not like it. Desktop Sun in the chat says Batman versus Iron Man. Who's better though? You can't. It's apples and oranges. Like, Iron Man is yes, they're both rich. Yes, they both rely on technology. But then Batman is more physical. Like he likes to deal with things with the martial arts, and he tries to refuse to kill. Iron Man, on the other hand, he tries to refuse to kill also, but he's more technology dependent. He doesn't fight hand to hand.
I think they had what do you call those? The screw attack thing. The versus videos. Yeah. They actually pit them against each other, and Tony Stark won.
Oh wow! Why?
Because
Why?
they compared like the Hulkbuster versus the Batman supersuit in when he fought Superman.
The kryptonite fueled one.
Yeah. It's too specific. Like if you put those two suits against each other, like their best suits against each other.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Iron Man wins because it's an all-arounder, whilst a Batman was made specifically to beat Superman, but right now he's not fighting Superman.
It's true.
I would think Batman would win. Batman is the most powerful superhero, dude. Do you not know that?
I just want people to enjoy these and stop pitting them against each other.
We have to argue about it now that he brought it up. Batman hands down. Do you not know that Batman is an beyond Omega level type of character?
I mean, the ratings for Marvel heroes versus DC heroes aren't going to be parallel. I mean, Iceman is an Omega level character because you could just freeze the world if you really tried.
No, it's just that Batman with prep time beats anything. That's how people argue about it.
Yeah.
Batman plus prep time, but then if you just put him out there like straight fight, it's out there.
Yeah. He says it in a battle of knowledge. Who's smarter? Iron Man knows more science, though. I think. I mean, again, they're both ridiculously intelligent. Batman applies his knowledge in deductive reasoning and in defeating his opponents, while Iron Man wants to save the world and gives us renewable energy. So yeah, I love them both. I love both Batman and Iron Man equally. All right, I'm an equal opportunity hero lover.
I love Batman more, so.
Yeah. All right. Well, speaking of the DC Universe Juancho, we've got a couple of set photos from the
close that. We're not talking about this. Next topic.
We've got Deadpool in the news.
Just joking. Let's go. God.
Oh yeah. So if you love the Teen Titans and you had high hopes for the upcoming live-action television series, avert your eyes because you're about to be sorely disappointed with the live-action set photos. This is Starfire. This is not Starfire. From the upcoming TV series Titans. And okay, so in the comments, people have said, sorry for those of you just listening. This is a shot of Starfire that we're looking at. She's got curly pink hair, a dress and a coat, a purple dress and some random fur coat that looks like she just found it in a dumpster. This isn't our Starfire. Again, no. This is what we were talking about earlier, Juancho. People are trying to change what we expect and want from these properties in live action and changing them too much from the source material. Her skin color, I don't even mind because she's an alien. But the fact that they've changed her look so much, and apparently in the description of the character, she's kind of a jerk badass, like, you know, reverse xenophobe, where she's like, you know, I'm better than all of you, instead of the endearing, kind of gullible Starfire that we know. Why are they doing this?
The cute, out of place alien next door. Yeah,
the naive girl that you're like, oh, that's adorable. Yeah, you should be with Robin.
I was so pissed when I saw this. I'm like, they had one job. They just God.
So, and following this trend, Juancho, you know, not only are they changing appearances in terms of like clothing, apparently skin color is still a factor. Like, gosh, again with Starfire, I don't care. All right, but with Beast Boy has to be green.
I like his clothes though. His shirt. It's totally Beast Boy.
It's totally Beast Boy. Yeah, but
yeah. The actor too they got, kind of, he looks like he's a jokester.
Yeah, but the fact that his skin isn't green makes him look like a Joker wannabe.
That's true. That is true. Did not think of that.
Right? Why are they changing everyone?
They have to make it more realistic, man. If you think about it, the other Starfire, she looks like a hooker, and Starfire sounds like a hooker's name.
Oh God, I hope they're not doing that. I really hope they're not doing that.
It really looks like that's what they're doing. Jesus Christ.
A lady of the night. Like, I don't know. And these are supposed to be teenagers, right? Like, why are you doing this? Why? Desktop Sound says Raven looks like a drag queen. No offense. And you know, these are lifted shots. These aren't official shots. These are candid, but you know, they're not presented in the best light. Like, we saw Brie Larson on, again, it's a movie set, but we saw Brie Larson on the set of Captain Marvel, and she looked stunning in her Captain Marvel suit, even though it was off-colored. Like, these look like off-brand Disney direct-to-TV movies.
That's exactly what it is. You described it perfectly. But oh my God. Like, the Teen Titans too are like my favorite superhero team, actually. Like, I don't own that many comics, but I own Teen Titan comics just because I love the Teen Titans. And
yeah, part of that is also because the cartoons were great. The Teen Titans cartoon was great.
Oh, yeah, dude. They were.
Why are they screwing with the formula?
This is the worst thing to happen to Teen Titans since Teen Titans Go.
Oh, Teen Titans. Why, God? Why do we have to worry about toy sales?
Don't worry,
Young Justice was perfect.
We're getting the thing. We're getting Young Justice back, so we can just ignore that this show is ever gonna come out, and just want to watch Young Justice again.
Yeah, I hope Young Justice comes before this, because I can't take this. I can't take this. None of this. Black Lightning is fine. The Flash is still okay. They're slowly running out of ideas. Arrow has way past its due.
Yeah, so in the chat, Desktop San totally agrees with us.
Yeah,
and yeah, I want them to go back to the original, dude. The original was so, like, the TV series, man, that was like, that was one of the cornerstones of my childhood. Like freaking Starfire there. She was the girl next door. No, she's so cute.
Yes, I am in, man. Yeah.
Just the new Starfire, however, if was next door, it's probably time to move out. That's how I feel about that Starfire.
That's true. That's true. It's like Starfire and Pretty Woman. All right, moving on. Moving on. We've got some Deadpool news. We've got a little bit of Deadpool news. I'm going to breeze through this first one. Turns out, because of Fox and copyright law and all that random jazz, the Deadpool movie costume is not allowed to be drawn in the Marvel comics.
That's so weird.
It's
That's
weird, right?
so weird.
And the artist did a great job of pointing out that, you know what, the only difference is like a belt buckle here, a belt buckle there, and straps, some knee pads. Like, really, can you prevent someone from drawing their own intellectual property just because you did it also in a different way? Like, I don't know, man.
This is why Fox doesn't get to keep nice things.
Exactly. So, and this is coming from the Marvel artist Riley Brown. So I'm gonna quote him real quick before we move on to more Deadpool news. He says, "Someone asked if I've ever drawn Deadpool in his movie costume, and I actually did once for an issue of Spider-Man/Deadpool. In this story, Wade got a part in the Deadpool movie, playing as the stunt double. For the scenes on set, I thought it'd be fun if he wore the actual movie costume, so that's what I drew. I didn't think anyone would notice or care, since the difference is just a couple of straps and some knee pads, but they did notice and made me change it back to his typical character design because the lawyers wouldn't allow them to use the movie costume for some reason. So weird, so I had to redraw that Deadpool in all those scenes." It's,
That's such a crazy thing to worry about. Like, to restrict the Deadpool?
stupid.
Is he not allowed to make fun of Fox now, too, or something? In outside Fox stuff?
Oh,
Crazy.
man. Well, you know what? One thing that might help us address that, we'll talk about a little later. But yeah, man, it's American law and law in general is just odd. Things that you have to, those are just things you have to get around. So in more Deadpool news, Juancho, turns out after the test screenings that they've had for Deadpool, this was a couple of weeks ago, they started doing a couple of reshoots. And the rumor is that it's not because of the test screenings at all, because apparently they rated ridiculously high in those test screenings. This
Wow.
Deadpool 2 sequel, or this sequel to Deadpool, Deadpool 2, tested really high with the test audiences. So apparently the rumors going around for the reshoots are maybe we're getting an MCU-related cameo.
When I first read this in the notes, I was like, fuck, so the Deadpool movie's gonna be bad? But no, now I just got more excited.
Right? Right. And they've tried to keep this hush-hush, but turns out, you know, rumors are going around. And you know, I don't care who's going to be in a cameo, if it's whether it's a Marvel character or not. Like, if it's an X-Men character, yes, I don't care. Just give me more Marvel stuff in these movies.
Actually, I wouldn't mind seeing Wolverine and Deadpool. I miss Hugh Jackman.
Yeah.
Dude, I watched The Greatest Showman over the week,
Did you like
and
it?
I was like, man, what are you doing, Wolverine? This is it was a great movie, though. I loved it. But I'm like, man, how I miss Wolverine.
Man, did you see Logan? I still have to watch Logan.
Dude, you haven't watched Logan?
No, I have not.
It's like the highest rated superhero movie, isn't it?
Yeah, it's because I didn't want to give Fox any more of my money.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. I understand that.
Right? See? When I use that to justify me not seeing Logan, people are like, okay, yeah, that makes total sense.
Yep. It's a good thing there's a way to watch the movie without giving them money. Wink, wink.
Juancho, what methods be you talking about? Arr.
I can't go into the specifics because I'm in the U.S. and they can actually get me.
That's true. Arr. All right. So exciting. I do have one question to ask of you, Juancho. If you were to say or be the one to make the decision, who would you want to have in this cameo in the Deadpool 2 movie? Who'd you want?
Captain America.
You would. Oh, that's such a good one. Holy shit, that's better than mine.
He used to be part of the thing in the Fox universe too. You know, it's like so many hijinks could happen.
That's so funny. Yeah, you could have like a quip from Deadpool being like, "Hey, do you light things on fire?" And just like.
Then he could even make fun of the newer Fantastic Four, like, "Oh, hey, they replaced you. Not as good as you though."
Oh man, and then Steve Rogers is just like so confused. I would be so game for that. I'm into that. I'm into that. Yeah, that's a good one. Better than mine. Mine was just gonna be like, oh yeah, he's had like issues, like comic book issues with Spider-Man. It'd be cool to see how he interacts with Tom Holland. That's dumb. Mine is dumb. I like yours better. I like yours so much better. Make that happen. I want to see your movie. All right. Lastly. Turns out, Juancho, that the Disney and Fox's deal is not 100% done yet. So, Disney is buying the rights, as we all know, to the 21st Century Fox, everything except for their sports and news divisions. And apparently the deal is likely to close summer 2019. So, it's still looking like it's done and dusted. You know, it's just a matter of time. I guess they're trying to sort out, like, what goes where, who gets paid what, and all of that, like all the legal crap, right?
Yeah, I can imagine something like this should take forever.
Yeah.
No?
So, barring some ridiculous turn of events, because like there were rumors that I forgot which company was ponying up the money to undercut or overcut Disney in the Fox deal, but
overcut Disney. That's so
Disney,
funny.
right?
You don't
like Disney.
You don't fight the overlord. You submit.
You submit to the mouse. So yeah, you know, barring some random freak accident or God knows what the Orange Man in the White House could do, this will push through. And if it does, and when it does push through, it's going to be worth around $70 to $85 billion.
That's crazy. That's like 70 to 85 Lord of the Rings.
And if you put it that way, like how much property does Fox own right now? That seems like a steal.
That's true.
Right? Fox is drowning. All right. Yeah, so, yeah, that's it. We got through it. That's a lot of news that we got through today, man. I think that's the most news we've ever talked about on one show.
Is it?
I think
yeah,
so.
actually, now I think about it, yeah.
A lot. Oh, man. All right.
And we only had one Disney. Oh, no, we had Mulan and Han Solo. Never mind. I was thinking we didn't have any Marvel-related news. But we did.
Yeah, we had a lot. Even Deadpool.
Yeah.
All right, let's do this.
Let's go.
All right, Juancho. This is mornings are good. I like mornings. I'm energetic. You know, on a different day I'd start off my day, but now I'm probably gonna take a nap. Juancho, man, where can the folks at home find you when you're not on the Quit Stalling Geekcast?
You can find me at my Twitter, which is at Saldana Juancho, or my Instagram, which is you flip my name at Juancho Saldana.
At Oknauj.
I know. I will eventually change it though, to
Choey Saldana.
Choey Saldana. Yeah.
I love that. I love that.
About it actually the past week. I'm like, you know what? I like it. Yeah, I will.
It has a ring to it, right? It has a ring to it.
Yeah.
It's so good. Freaking Francis, man. All right. If you want to catch. Oh yeah.
Easy.
Yeah. Oh man, it was a little emptier today without Francis in the chat, but Desktop San came in at the right time. Thank you so much, Desktop San. We appreciated you being here. All right, I'm gonna go to this end screen while we're oh, where's my webcam? Why's my webcam missing? There we go. All right. If you want to catch me outside of the Quit Stalling Geekcast, you can catch me on Game Bite every Wednesdays at 9:30 p.m. Philippine Standard Time, 5:30 a.m. California time or Oregon time. You can catch me at Herald Plays on Instagram, Twitter, twitch.tv/Herald Plays. I'm going to play some video games later on today, so stay tuned for that. During the weekend, in about 24 plus 4, so about 28 hours from now, me and Diego Z are going to be on the Game Uncle podcast. Just go to twitch.tv/Quit Stalling 28 hours from now, and we'll be hosting that. We'll be guesting on a different podcast. It's gonna be fun. We're gonna be talking about BlizzCon and all things Blizzard. So check that out. We're guesting on someone else's podcast. It's gonna be fun. Me and Diego Z are gonna have a lot of fun in that. I want to thank everyone for tuning in. I want to thank all our subscribers, all our followers. Our most recent followers: Hindusk, Nicoloman 2, Indian Arrow 1572, Omnic PH, shout out to Nick, Kara Cute, huge shout out to Kara who was there at the Quit Stalling Fireside Gathering, GG Ish, Rara Girl, Lady Vader, Camus51, and Wapak. Of course, I want to thank our subs, our most recent subscriber, Miko P, who was also there at the Fireside Gathering, great guy, Salon Shen, who was on Game Bite the other week, the Fury Bot, and of course Instant DC. Big shout out to our cheerers of all time, Clark Q Plays, I am Kokak, and Elder Jin. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for tuning in. You can find us and more of our stuff on Facebook.com/QuitStallingUs, Twitter @QuitStallingUs. Find our VODs on YouTube.com/QuitStalling. If you like the podcast and you want to see them in video form, you can check them out there, or on Twitch.tv/QuitStalling/videos. If you want to see some photos that we've posted, Instagram @QuitStalling. And of course, if you want to listen to the podcast audio only, you're commuting, you want to save a little bit of battery, you don't want to watch a video, check us out on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, Pocket Casts, and so much more. If we're not on your favorite podcatcher, let us know and we'll shove our feet in there. We'll just shove it up in there. Juancho, man, this has been an awesome show. I've enjoyed this thoroughly.
Me too.
It's been great.
I thought actually I wouldn't have as much fun as I expected, just because I'm actually, like I said, I'm feeling kind of sick, dude.
Oh yeah.
Right now my throat is itchy as hell.
Same. I didn't mention it on the show too much, but yeah, I got sick as well last week. So I'm gonna take some Decogen before I sleep. Take some of this. Yeah, man. So great show. Next week, guys, are we gonna see them the same time, or are we gonna shuffle things around again? For no pressure, we can shuffle things around again.
I think we will change times again. Something more, but because I'll give you a range this time. Yeah.
That's good.
Because we have to do it while my girlfriend's at work.
Oh
and
yeah.
I want to spend as much time with her as I can while she's here.
Hi, Ira. All right. So stay tuned to our social media. We'll update you guys on when we'll have the Geekcast next week. Different bite time. Same bite channel. Till then, we'll see you guys. Bye, everybody. Bye.
See ya.
Pausing the music. Bye. Muting our mics. This episode of the Quit Stalling Geekcast has been brought to you by the Quit Stalling Media Network. Get off your butts and quit stalling. Check us out on all our social media that Herald has just mentioned.